And here is everything right in front of us. We love Mafex. We love The Dark Knight Returns. So we're going to give this Batman a yeet. Guys, let's freaking go. I got him in the yeet position. He's blue. Come on, I had to do it. You know, we love pro wrestling on the channel. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for another toy review. I am your host, SQD Will in the house, baby. We are Squared Circle Uncensored. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn those notification bells on too, because we're dropping a lot of content of late. So I think you're going to want to do that because you don't want to miss what we have in store for you all. So everybody, we are back for another toy review, and we are going to take a look at this DC Batman, The Dark Knight Returns from Medicom Toys Mafex. Guys, I say Mafex, I'm sorry. It's just the way I do it. I know it's Mafex, Mafex, whatever. I'm going to say Mafex. So with that said, I love the look at this figure. I know I said I wasn't going to actually purchase this because we got that McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dark Knight Returns Batman, which is awesome, but I really wanted to compare, and I also wanted to get a blue version of this with the traditional bat logo. The bat symbol in that traditional yellow and black. I can't wait. Let's take a look at this box. Standard Mafex packaging. You have, well, 2-pack packaging, but standard packaging nonetheless. You have the opened window here with both figures in front of you. You have all the hands and accessories displayed here with both Batman and Robin. Right there, you got Batman and Robin in image air. Dark Knight Returns, Medicom Mafex. It gives you all the legalese. Here is Batman and Robin on the side. Here is Batman and Robin on this side too with the Mafex Medicom Toy Authenticity logo. There's the Medicom Toy official legalese and logo down there as well. And as we get to the back of the box, we do have Batman and Robin in several posed pictures, which is awesome because what I love to do with this, guys, I love to use these as a reference point when I'm posing my figures. So I may put Robin in that pose. I may put Batman in that pose. I may put them both in that pose. And I think that's what's fun about this style of packaging. When you have the figure photography images here, and a lot of them, you can get to see kind of in, you know, what kind of poses you can put these figures in. And then it gives you some ideas for when you are posing your figures. So that is a little bit about the box. And with that said, let's bust it open. All right, everybody, we are back. We have busted Batman and Robin out of the packaging. And here is everything right in front of us. We love Mafex. We love The Dark Knight Returns. So we're going to give this Batman a yeet. Guys, let's freaking go. I got him in the yeet position. He's blue. Come on, I had to do it. You know, we love pro wrestling on the channel. With that said, let's get into the accessory portion of this review. All right, everybody, we are back for the accessory portion of this review. Let's freaking go. I love The Dark Knight Returns. I love the Frank Miller graphic novel. Love the animated show that is pretty much, I would say, word for word. I mean, word for word and illustration by illustration accurate to the graphic novel. I mean, you guys got to watch it. It's amazing. With this said, it's a long time coming. We actually previously reviewed the Dark Knight Returns McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Platinum Edition on the channel a few months back. Link in the description. Oh, guys, sorry. Link in the description right here. We'll get it. We'll get there. So I had previously said that McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figure was probably going to be my definitive Dark Knight Returns figure. However, we love Mafex on this channel. Mafex, Mafex, whatever you want to call it. I call it Mafex. We love Mafex on the channel. This 2-pack overseas is very cheap. I will put a link in the description below to the cheapest Japanese source for this 2-pack. And I think they're around 60 bucks now, plus the shipping cost. So you could probably get it around $80, $90 right now, which is really, really good price for this 2-pack. It is loaded with accessories, as you can see in front of us. We're going to actually go through Carrie Kelly's accessories, who is Robin in this Dark Knight Returns graphic novel series. I think they nailed it. So let's look at the hands first. Look at the hands. Very tiny hands. I do love that you get the hands on the spools. Mafex does that. I think other companies should do that too. So you get 2 open palm hands. Open palm hands there. Nicely done. So you don't lose them either. I think that's the key to it all, right? We always lose stuff. It's, you know, the carpet monster gets it. And then we have 2 C-grip hands here that you can hold the slingshot in. So that's cool. Right and left. And then you also have here, I would say these are 2 like trigger style hands. You can see you could hold probably another one of those batarangs in there, or you can maybe pull the end of the, I said batarang, I'm sorry, the slingshot. So you get in total 2, 4, 6 alternate hands plus the 2 on Robin, which is awesome. We love that. Love the Carrie Kelly. Robin. Let's go over the slingshots too. So you get a slingshot, pretty basic slingshot in a regular pose. And then you get the slingshot right here as well. Again, you have nice paint detail on here. Black, the silvers, the browns, even the little ball right there, which is really cool. And then you have the Carrie Kelly face sculpt, alternate portrait. Looks great in person. Looks very good, guys. I mean, this is actually looking a lot better in person than it does in the promo pics. So the glasses are nicely molded on. You kind of have that translucent eyeglass material, which is cool. The hair's up. Really nice detailing in the hair. So yeah, I really like this one. I thought they did a great job on the alternate head sculpt here for Carrie Kelly. Really good stuff. Now let's move on to Batman. So you get a bunch of these batarangs. They're metal. They look great. They're shiny. You get 4 of them. So you can give Batman the batarang knuck look. Now you do get alternate hands with Batman too. You get an additional actually 8 sets of interchangeable hands with Batman. These are kind of like fist hands. I would assume they're a little bit open, as you can see. And then they also have a really nice wash, like a dirty look to them. You could see on the knucks, which is pretty cool. So really, really nice detail on Mafex figures, guys and gals. And then you get 2, I guess, like open C-grips. And this is where you would then place the batarang knucks, which we'll show you right now in accessories. So you can, I think you can kind of get them in here like that. You can see. Right like that. So they kind of pop right in there. And that's a cool look. I will probably be going with this look, to be honest with you. I really like that look. So we'll probably end up putting them in on one hand and go from there. Then you get open palm hands as well. See there, and again, nicely weathered on the actual open palms. Nice weathering on, again, the knuckle area of the hands as well. So again, it's attention to detail here with these Mafex figures that really does it. And then you get completely closed grip fist hands here for Batman as well. And again, you have all that wash and detail on the darkening of the knuckles and stuff like that, giving it that dirt and grime look. You get a Batman mask off, which is pretty cool. You can fit it around his head here, the Bruce Wayne style head, which is cool. And this Bruce Wayne portraiture is amazing from The Dark Knight Returns. I really enjoy this facial sculpt, guys. It looks like an older Bruce Wayne. He looks great. A lot of great detail, even with the shading and just a lot of great molded detail where you have the nice shadowing gives it depth in the cheekbones. And then as you come back into the hair as well, it's white, but it gives it, because of all the texturing that's done in here, it gives it kind of that weathered look with the shadowing effects. So really, really, really nice facial sculpt there. And in addition to that, you also get another masked Dark Knight Returns Batman face sculpt that's got the grinning teeth, which looks amazing again. I may have to go with this face sculpt because it looks so good. I love it. Really, really, really cool, guys. So that is it for the accessory portion of this review. You get a load of stuff with this Dark Knight Returns Mafex Batman. You guys got to go get this one. I'm telling you, even before we get into final thoughts, I know I'm going to love it. I've loved it already. That's a look at the accessories. Now let's move into the head-to-toe review. All right, everybody. In the head-to-toe review, we obviously have to review two figures. So we're going to start with the Cara Kelly Robin first. Smaller figure, easier to look at. When we're in comparisons, we're going to actually use the comparisons for both of them. So they both will be in the picture of the comparison. So let's get into Cara Kelly. Let's look at her up close and personal. Because, you know, I think this figure... I think, like, when you first look at it, even in a promotional shot, you don't think much about it. You think it's like, it's a small figure. It doesn't look swanky. The joints look off. A lot of different things. A lot of negativity surrounding, I think, a figure like this. But in hand, it looks great. I mean, there's a small look. I mean, it's a little bit loose over there on the elbow, obviously. So you got to watch out with the joints and stuff. My joint looks to be almost falling off here at a point, but you know, you're gonna get some of that right there. But at the same, because it's a smaller figure, I see it just came right off. All right, everybody, we are back. We got this on. The problem is the joint in here that goes basically 360 was a little bit tight, so it was kind of being finicky with this other joint that was a little loose, but now it's on there really nicely, guys and gals. So now we got it in hand. Slight QC issue, not a problem at all. The figure was not broken. It's not going to be loose moving forward. As you can see, it's very tight. That's one of the things I really love about the Mafex product. It isn't like if something falls off, it's broken, or if something is kind of tight, it'll break. There's a lot of flexibility within the plastic of these figures, and that's one of the reasons I absolutely love the Mafex brand. They do an incredible job there. It's not fragile. There's no fragility, and if something does fall on, it could be easily popped back into place. With all this said, let's get into the figure review. Cara Kelly looking great. Look at that facial sculpt. Very nice facial sculpt here. You're going to get a lot of articulation with these figures too. That is Mafex's strong point. So you get a lot of up and down and side to side and rotate and swivel. I mean, guys, it's all the articulation now. I do like that they included the cloth cape here, and I do like that the cloth is coming out of a molded kind of collar of the cape, and it's wired. So you do have wiring in this cape here and here. Nothing in the kind of this area of the cape, but a lot in this area. So you can do a lot of great posing, and I love how the cape poses. It poses really well. It's a really, really nice wire that they've put in there, so you can get it to go whichever direction you want. At the waist, so you got a waist right here, you got a twist at the waist, and then in the chest and the abdomen you got a crunch. So you can crunch, you can go all around, and then you also have that swivel right at the belt. For a smaller figure, guys, I mean, I have not really seen a small figure do stuff like this. It's pretty incredible. You have obviously the double jointed knees and elbows, right? So you get amazing flexibility, and I'm being very, see, it popped off once again. So this arm's going to be a problem. So you got to watch out, at least on mine. You got to watch out on this arm, but it still pops into place fine. It's okay. So you get amazing articulation in the arms, amazing articulation even within the hands, as you can see here. That's very small, but you even have a movement up and down here on the fists. Then you have it on the, obviously, the opposite side as well. You do actually even have you don't have any swivel here in the bicep, but there is a 360 here, which was popping that arm out before that does work, and then up and down in the elbow, which is awesome. So really nice movement there. As we move down, you see the Robin suit is beautiful. I love the big R right here. I love that the belt that goes all the way around. I love the matte finish that has a little bit of sheen on it as well in the body. Looks great. I do love the paint or the plastic color they used for the color of the skin as well. She's a little pale. A little pale in the show, so in the comic, so it works out perfectly. And then you have these kind of Peter Pan like Robin shoes on. You have actually a toe hinge right there, which is amazing. You're gonna get that 360. I mean, look at this, guys. This figure in comparisons, you'll see how small it is. They did an amazing job with Carrie Kelly. I have hats off to you, Mafex, already. Up, see, so the leg came out, so there's gonna be some hindrance in movement here. But all in all, I mean, you're getting everything you want. And then if you just pop it right back on. So again, you're getting an amazing amount of articulation here. And this is what Mafex does so well, is the articulation. And that's what you're paying for. You're paying for premium engineering of the figure. So all in all, this Carrie Kelly Batman is, or Robin, I should say, Carrie Kelly Robin from The Dark Knight Returns is an amazing figure. Look, it didn't even take me anything to get that to stand, guys. I love it, head to toe. What's not to like about this figure? Got a little Peter Pan influence, even in the gloves and in the shoes. You got the Robin influence. I love it. Frank Miller is one of my favorites, guys. Let's get Carrie Kelly out of the way and move on to The Dark Knight. Yeet! Let's go. All right, let's get into the Dark Knight Returns Batman portion of this review. Head to toe look at this Batman. Really liked Carrie Kelly Robin. I mean, I thought that Robin figure is so tiny, guys. It's amazing what they did with it, Mafex. Again, Mafex is just doing an incredible job. I do want to apologize that this review got out a little later than expected. It's the holiday time. We're getting a little bit more busier than we should be. We are going to still focus on reviews, and we're going to get them pumped out for you. We're going to do a huge Star Wars day, guys. A huge Star Wars day. So be on the lookout for that if you're a Star Wars fan. But let's get into the head-to-toe review of this Dark Knight Returns Batman by Mafex, because it's beautiful. The figure is absolutely stunning. So you have Batman in his blue and gray attire. I got him in the Yeet pose. We're going to put them down. I do review figures first out of the box, as they look out of the box, and then we'll doll them up, as we say, later in the final thoughts of this review. So with that said, guys, let's take a look at Batman. Again, you got a nice head movement. And in the head-to-toe review, we do, if you're joining us for the first time, review some of the articulation. We're not articulation hounds on this channel. So if you want like super like get in there articulation and all that, not what you're looking for here. So up and down movement, side to side, really nice. You can go all the way around, boom, pops. There's a ball joint here at the neck and also in the top of the head. So Mafex, as you know, guys, this stuff comes out real easily usually. A lot of their figures, like the stuff, it can just pop right back in. So they do a great job at engineering everything. So really nice head. Love the look of the head too. The facial sculpt's great. We went over the previous two facial sculpts in the accessory portion of this review. We hope you enjoyed them, but really, really great, like grinning, scowling look on Batman's face. Now, does come with a beautiful cloth cape. Love what they did here with the Batman cape, as well as with the Robin, where they put the nice hard plastic piece here, and then you have the soft goods cape here with the wire on, I guess you would say, the edge of the cape here. Doesn't come down to the frills though, so you don't get the wiring throughout, but it's still enough of wiring to make this Batman look amazing. And when we get to final thoughts, you'll see him all posed out and everything like that. With that said, love the old school bat logo here. Love how big it is right in the center of the chest. Really featured there. This is one of the reasons why I got the blue and gray variant 2-pack from Mafex of this Dark Knight Returns Batman, because I do have the other McFarlane one, which we previously reviewed on the channel, that you got to check out. Look over here. And I did say that that was going to be my definitive Batman, but God, we love Batman, guys. Who doesn't love Batman? With that said, let's review some of the arms too. You get full 360 here. You got a lot of nice shading in here, guys. A lot of, look at that those dirty look, kind of dirty, darker look grays in here and stuff. And then you have all the wrinkling, the sculpted detail and the wrinkles of the actual Batman suit. Love it. Even down into the legs and all throughout this chest and torso area. It looks great. You do have the butterfly joints here that allow for a lot of movement in and out there. You can see in and out, beautiful. You have the bicep swivel here as well. Double jointed elbows. You got the hands, they go every which way you can think of. And then as we move down to the other arm, there you go. That's, oh, sorry guys. That happens again with Mafex. You got to watch out, but they will stay in. So there's your kind of arm outlook right there. They come back in. Now let's work on the chest here. You have the nice chest here. It goes back a lot, guys. And then it crunches forward. So you got the crunch forward and back. It's on a joint, a ball joint. And then you have the twist here at the waist as well with the utility belt. The utility belt is a little cumbersome, but I still like it. It does move, guys. So look, it's not like, I guess you can technically take it off if you could get, yeah, there you go. You could technically remove this belt, I think. It does peg in here, as you can see, but I'm not going to remove it just for the purposes of this review. It's getting too wonky then. All right, guys, we got Batman's torso back on, so it wasn't bad. Just watch out. I did scratch my figure up a little bit here. I mean, you got to watch out, but with the wrinkles and stuff, it looks fine. I'm not too picky about stuff like that. So just make sure you watch out if you're removing the torso and stuff like that. Sometimes this paint can scratch and stuff like that, but in that area, it's not bad, as you can see. So anyway, as we move down, so as you saw, you can take this off if you really wanted to. I kind of wouldn't remove it though, because it does have that kind of peg hole that you saw under there in the back here that attaches it to this, I would say, piece here. And I don't know, it's just not the kind of underwear piece. I wouldn't fool around with this too much. Anyway, let's get back to the head to toe look. Still a great looking figure. I love all the details here with the musculature and all the wrinkles and stuff within the suit. It looks great, and the different shading components. You do have trunks here. You have the trunks, the underwear as I called it before, in blue, and then the grays here down into the legs. Now, a lot of people I know were saying they didn't like this utility belt around the thigh, and it can be cumbersome, and it isn't removable. It is a kind of a molded, glued on piece there. I don't entirely hate it. Would I have liked to do without this? Yes, but I'm not gonna kind of take off or be dissatisfied or anything with it being there. I think it's one of those things is like, we got it, okay, we got to live with it. Does it affect the figure a little bit? Not really, as you can see, in some way, shape, or form it can, like here when you're doing splits. But again, this Batman is not known to do splits and stuff. So anyway, getting back to the head to the toe, as I said, not a fan, but I'm also indifferent. I'm indifferent about this piece, guys, because I'm not an articulation guy. So actually you get a small drop down on the hip right there, as you can see, double jointed knees and elbows. However, because the hips are so thick that it will not touch the butt. Then you get obviously the up and down. There is no shin movement or anything, but you do get up and down here on the foot. Okay. You do have forward facing pin for a rocker. You get a bunch of swivel in here, and then you also have a toe hinge right there for articulation. So all in all, guys, head to toe look at this Batman. It feels pretty sturdy, okay? Now, we did have a little bit of issues here. Things did pop off. But all in all, I gotta say, I'm not overly dissatisfied by any means by any of that. The figure itself looks great. I mean, looks amazing. Love the wired cape. We'll get into final thoughts and we'll review all those things. But at first look, head to toe, really love this figure. Can't say anything bad about it. We're going to get the Cara Kelly Robin in here. We'll do some comparisons and we'll see you on the flip side. All right, everybody, welcome back to the comparison portion of this review. We got Robin, we got Batman and Robin in the frame here, and we're going to compare them next to some of our other figures in our collection so you get a little bit of a sense of scale and what they would look like. There is a Marvel Legends figure, one of our favorite. We don't have many Marvel Legends figures in the collection from Hasbro. We just don't do Marvel Legends. I mean, we just, you know, we kind of go Mafex, guys, or go home. I think that's the way to go, or go Mezco or go home on a lot of this stuff. But we absolutely love this kind of McFarlane-inspired animated series Venom here. So we wanted to give you at least just a comparison of the Venom and the Batman and the Robin. So there you go. That's Venom. We also have the creme de la creme here, the McFarlane 7-inch Dark Knight Returns. That's the battle damage one, as they're classifying it as, from the Platinum Edition collection. And there you go. You can see he's going to be a little bigger next to him. Again, I would probably have him more crouched, but I wanted to give you a fair comparison. A lot of similarities here, at least in the look, obviously. A lot of differences as well. Proportionally, when you have these two next to each other, I prefer the Mafex version. Comment below. Next, we have the Nightfall Batman. Love the Nightfall Batman from Mafex. So another Mafex Batman in the gray and blue attire. We love gray and blue attire. My wife, she does a great job posing these, so she's going to probably end up posing this one when it's all said and done. There we go. But for the portion of this review, we'll just keep it as, we'll do it in a basic pose. But she did this and she did incredible. I don't even want to touch it because it looks so good. All right, let's get in another Mafex. We'll do X-Men. That is the Mafex Cyclops. Next to the Dark Knight Returns Batman. God, I love Mafex. They just do an incredible job. And we're just weaving in and out. We have a Mezco Gotham by Gaslight Batman right here as well. One of our favorite Batman figures to date. So these line up perfectly. I love the scale of both of them. Obviously, the Dark Knight Returns Batman is going to be a little bulkier, a little older. But I love that this Gotham by Gaslight, which takes it back and back. It's a little more bulkier. It's a little more built. I love that Batman. Looks great. They look great next to each other. Really, really good comparison, guys. All right, next I just have this out here because obviously we love WWE, and I don't know, it's been a Mick Foley week for us. So bang bang, Superstars Cactus Jack there. You can see the comparison between a Mattel WWE Superstars figure, which is a little smaller, next to that Carrie Kelly Robin right there. So you get a kind of a size of house, or at least a kind of a hint of how small that Robin really is. And we're bringing another small figure because why not? We have the Star Wars Black Series, Hasbro Star Wars Black Series came out on Monday. We just found that on a recent toy hunt. Check out our toy hunt videos, guys and gals. We do them twice a week. Post twice a week for toy hunts. But generally, that Hasbro Star Wars Black Series line is very undersized as is. So there's how it compares to the Mafex version. And one as well, because we love the classified series, we got a G.I. Joe, Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Bat, Arctic Bat right there. So you can see the comparison of all of those. And as we say, this is last but not least, we do have a Mattel WWE Ultimate Edition figure. That is the Mankind. And again, those Mattel WWE figures are, I would say, a little larger in the 6-inch scale category than most 6-inch scale figures. So that's how they look together. Now, guys and gals, with all this said, you saw a little bit about comparisons between lines. I hope you enjoyed them, but we're going to head into final thoughts. All right, guys and gals, welcome back into final thoughts. Before we leave you for today, we wanted to show you a little bit of what these figures could do, and they look great together. Final thoughts, hats off, guys. That's an SQD hats off here. Squared Circle Uncensored YouTube channel. To the Mafex design team for designing this Dark Knight Returns Batman and Robin 2-pack. I mean, I don't know what else you want in a figure. Now, there were some, again, engineering things that were a little bit finicky, so we'll start there. Obviously, you know, you saw the torso popping off the head, popping off the hands, popping off, but that is really what you get from Mafex. Now, I did have an issue with also Carrie Kelly's glasses here. They popped off a little bit, but it does look like they are removable. So I guess if you didn't want them to be more removable, you could put a little bit of hint of crazy glue and stick it right in the peg, and they'll stay on the face, no problem. But with that said, you get wired capes, you get amazing articulation, you get an amazing amount of accessories with this 2-pack. The head scopes, the facial scopes you get are amazing. Everything is added value. Obviously, the price point, the MSRP is a little high. However, if you do get this in sources overseas from Japan specifically, you will be paying less because your dollar goes a longer way there. So what I'm going to do is in the description below, guys, in the description below, I will, and I hit my mic, I apologize. I will place a link. It's going to probably be Hobby Link or Plaza Japan that'll have the cheapest for you to purchase this set on the cheap, especially now during the holidays, Black Friday. Everybody's trying to liquidate stock. I think you can find this set at a cheaper price. So all in all, hats off. This Mafex Dark Knight Returns Batman and Robin 2-pack is amazing, and it should be a part of your collection, guys. Again, we come on here to do reviews not only for us but for you, and predominantly what we do is we do reviews of the best action figures, the best toys on the market right now, and I think this is one of them. It's amazing. I love it. Add it to your collection, especially if you're a Batman fan. With that said, I am SQD Will. This is Squared Circle Uncensored YouTube channel. Thanks so much, guys and gals, for helping us get to where we are today. We're almost at 600 subscribers, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps us out a lot. We will be back for more toy hunts. We will be back for more toy reviews, so catch us on the next one, baby.